Welcome to the Quick Galloper YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
Meters thereof for the first. Fair start. Security code gets a good one. Bomb Knight is rushing up on the fence, and it is a Bomb Knight going for that lead near the rail on the far side. Fort Haldane now scoots by them all, and Fort Haldane gets that lead running past the 6. Town Star has made good progress, attached to the outside Prince Daniel. Security code racing out wide of those as they charge away down the back stretch and make their way toward the 5. Secret Mission is also in a handy spot, not too far off those leaders, beginning to make ground in between horses. That's Da Queen's B. Planner left toward the back, and the Love of God trails the field. They go slipping past the half mile, and they go running into that turn. Prince Daniel has taken charge up front and slips away by 2 lengths. Fort Haldane now continues the chase in second. Toward the inside, that is Town Star asked to make some progress, attached to the outside Secret Mission as they come clearing the 5/16. The Queen's Bee is making eye-catching progress. Bomb Knight now moving in between horses, a break back to Planner. Security code and the Love of God remains last, but Prince Daniel brings them into the lane and looks to be full of run on the approach, passing the 3/16. It is Prince Daniel. Watch the Queen's Bee now, sprouting wings on the outside, and the Queen's Bee now snatches that lead. Bomb Knight in between horses. Prince Daniel found a bit wanting over on the far side, beginning to make ground against the fence. That's Planner and the Town Star, but it's the Queen's Bee in charge on the Jordan Barrett. There's no stopping the Queen's Bee. The Queen's Bee wins by 6 or more. Prince Daniel is second. Bomb Knight is third. Planner is fourth. Town Star is fifth.
Often Racing, they came out in a very good line. Manoletti Majestic has speed, not afraid to show it. So it's Manoletti Majestic on that lead. The rest bunching behind that one. Then comes Joe Boxer right against the rail. I Am Who I Am rushing down on the outside. Novia watches them from fourth. Then comes Uncle Nally and racing at the back of the field. That's Fidelity. They go past the 4. And Manoletti Majestic and I Am Who I Am sharing that lead. They're about 2 or 3 lengths in front of Joe Boxer. Novia comes next, joined on the outside by Uncle Nally, and still racing at the back of the field. That's Fidelity. I Am Who I Am pointing just ahead of Manoletti Majestic, saving ground on the inside. Also trying to come on. That's Joe Boxer there at the top of the lane. I Am Who I Am tested all the while. Manoletti Majestic still there fighting on, coming to the furlong and a half pole. Manoletti Majestic now finds another gear. I Am Who I Am has no answer at the moment, but still they're fighting. It's Manoletti Majestic in front of I Am Who I Am. Here comes Novia closing them down, coming with just about a half a furlong to go. Manoletti Majestic, Novia coming. I Am Who I Am, Novia diving to the wire, beating I Am Who I Am. Manoletti Majestic back in third. Then comes Fidelity running on for fourth.
They're off. Midnight Storm misses it, left at the back early. Warrior Stomp took off quickly, attacked early by Time Bomb. Toby just a length in behind them, racing in third. CW Treasure in the orange silks races back in fourth. 4 lengths off that lead as they slip past the 5. A length of the piece back to Sweetburn. Skedaddle last to make ground on the outside, and Midnight Storm, going nowhere at the moment, is last. They're about to arrive at the half mile and go rushing into that turn, and the Warrior Stomp holds the lead by a length and a tail. CW Treasure continues the chase in second, beginning to make some mile gains. Time Bomb is 2 lengths further back. Sweetburn and Skedaddle now joining that one. Just in behind those Toby. Midnight Storm now making some progress, still at the back of the field. They've left the 5/16th. They're coming into the lane. Warrior Stomp attempts to go all the way. CW Treasure now unleashed on the outside. Time Bomb has to explode down against the rail, but they're inside the final 3/16th. And it is Warrior Stomp who continues to hold the advantage under Omar Walker. A furlong to run, and Warrior Stomp and Walker are in control. Time Bomb trying to close the gap, but can't. It's all Warrior Stomp inside the final 16th. Time Bomb chasing in vain. The rest are out of it. Warrior Stomp will win by maybe 4. Time Bomb is second. CW Treasure is third. Midnight Storm is fourth. Skedaddle is fifth.
And now they're off and racing. Your Primera narrowly misses it and races at the back of the field as Galway Bay mixing it up with Absolute Blue. So Absolute Blue goes on for that lead from Galway Bay. Storm Boy out wide in third. Then comes Manushi. Just behind them, that's Io Primera. Then comes Jet Ski Girl, and tailing off at the back of the field, that's Senor Kwanzaa. They get passing the 4, and it's Absolute Blue on that lead. Galway Bay tucked in against the rail, coming out wide, that's Storm Boy. They're about 3 lengths in front of Manushi. Then another 2 before we come to Io Primera, another 3 to Jet Ski Girl, and hopelessly out of it, that's Senor Kwanzaa. They're going to be coming to the top of the lane shortly, and Absolute Blue as that lead. It's Absolute Blue. Storm Boy is coming out, also coming out wide. That's Manushi. It's Absolute Blue in front of Storm Boy, and Manushi getting serious. Left back against the rail. That's Galway Bay, but it's now Manushi taking dead aim on Absolute Blue. Storm Boy is also on the premises, but Absolute Blue keeps on rolling. Manushi trying to get to Absolute Blue. Storm Boy trying to form a line of 3. Absolute Blue running out of gas. Storm Boy coming on the rail. Absolute Blue hanging tough from Storm Boy. Absolute Blue just hanging on from Storm Boy. Manushi back in third. Then comes Jet Ski Girl in fourth.
Fast sprint. They're off. Fair start. Linstead Market and Bobbytwobad mix it up early. Dashing up now to take them on, that's Brompton Alex in the green as they charge away toward the half mile. Bobbytwobad, Brompton Alex, they share that lead. The favourite, the Hot Dancer, now moving down to take them on. Linstead Market is 3.5 lengths back. A Blood Moon racing right alongside. A break of 3 to Ruby's Light. Cherry Blossom racing on the outside of Traditional Boy. They share last. They've left the 3. They come toward the 5/16th. Brompton Alex on the outside attacking Bobbytwobad. The Hot Dancer wound up now and begins a run out 3 wide as they're at the top of the lane. Brompton Alex in the green and red in the centre. Bobbytwobad down against the fence. They match strides, heads apart. Bobbytwobad possibly just. Brompton Alex trying to get to him. The Hot Dancer has a mountain to climb. Ruby's Light beginning to mate. Lake Progress in the blue down against the rail. But it is Bobbytwobad out in front inside the final 16th. Bobbytwobad beginning to skitter away from this field. Suku and Bobbytwobad take it by 4 or more. Brompton Alex second, Ruby's Light is third, Linstead Market is fourth.
Best of luck with all your wagers. They're off and racing. Margarita gets a good one over on the far side. Formalist over there too, and it looks to be tacking across. Right in the middle, Miss Brayton is right there too. Bubbling Warrior is also on the premises. Last possession, and Dark Swan are closest to us also in the mix. That's all together. They're spread right across the track as they make their way coming out of the chute. It's Formalist on the far side along with Margarita right there too. That's Bubbling Warrior. All together is right there in the mix, right closest to us. That's last possession as they make their way coming with just about a furlong and a half to travel. Formalist and Margarita matching stride on that lead coming to the furlong and a half pole. Formalist looks to be in charge. Margarita still there trying to stick with Formalist. Bubbling Warrior is also on the premises, but Formalist begins to pour it on as they come inside the final furlong. It's Formalist in front. Margarita trying to stick with Formalist. Formalist begins to pull away, and Formalist, Robert Hardball Aladdin for the champion trainer, 200 for the champion trainer. Formalist beats Margarita. Then comes Prince Kazir. Easy money back in fifth. That's Duchess.
They're off. Chocomo gets a good start. Emperor of the Cats showing speed toward the far side. Laban is over there with that group. As they sort themselves out, they've covered just about the first furlong. Titan Tempo is in behind the field and all alone in the center of the course. Dream to Reality is also showing good early dash as they make their way toward the final quarter. It's still wide open. Dream to Reality may just have it. Chocomo right there. Emperor of the Cats looking for room to run. Laban is right there too in the green and black checks. But it is Dream to Reality who has the lead. Chocomo now unleashed and asked to close the gap as they're inside the last quarter, and in a flash Chocomo now picks it up under Robert Aladdin. He's using the stick in the right hand. Dream to Reality refuses to go away. Chocomo battling Dream to Reality. That's where the race is. Chocomo drifting a bit but still holding on. Dream to Reality just a length down and beginning to tire now as Chocomo begins to power away in the end. 3 for Jason Da Costa, 2 for Aladdin. Dream to Reality is second. Taurus Boy third. Kweku is fourth.
And we're set for a start. They're off and racing. Pretty Brown Thing leaves it a bit slow and racing at the back of the field, but starts to recover. Diesel Train racing prominently in the middle, along with Brahma Bull. Over on the far side, that's Prince Roy and Star Quest. So Brahma Bull wants that lead as they make their way coming out of the chute and coming onto the racetrack proper. Brahma Bull is just in front of Star Quest. Then comes Prince Roy. Then comes just behind them, that's Slam Sharp as they make their way down the backstretch. Sharp overtaken by Diesel Train. Then comes Rocola hunting up the inside rail as they pass the 6. That's Pretty Brown Thing. Then comes 1,000 Treasures, and Benison can see them all. They go down the backstretch, head toward the 5, and Brahma Bull and Diesel Train matching stride. Diesel Train narrowly in front of Brahma Bull. They're about 4 lengths in front of Slam Sharp. Right on the outside of Slam Sharp, that's Star Quest racing as a team also. That's Pretty Brown Thing and Prince Roy. Just behind them, that's Rocola and the trailing pair of 1,000 Treasures and Benison. They head down the far side and head towards the 3 furlong point, and it's Diesel Train on that lead. Brahma Bull still testing as they go towards the 2.5 furlong point. Slam Sharp is making stealthy progress, also trying to come on that Star Quest. That Diesel Train will turn into the lane with a good-looking lead. It's Diesel Train in front, trying to kick away from these in the Valbert Marler. Diesel Train in front. Brahma Bull still left back, also trying to come on that 1,000 Treasures and coming out wide. Pretty Brown Thing, but Diesel Train is leading these Ameridans coming to the furlong pole, and this one could be over. Diesel Train begins to pour it on in the end. Diesel Train is pulling away and beginning to tear away from these. Diesel Train and the Sneaky Fox Radish Roman. He'll have a win on the day. Just on the inside, it's fighting it out. That's 1,000 Treasures and Slam Sharp in a foot of a second. But then comes Pretty Brown Thing. Brahma Bull is back in 5th.
For the Luchi-Poo, they're sent off. King Pie, Captain Sparrow, the ones at the back early. Supremacy comes away running with Blue Vinyl wanting that lead as they make their way running past the 7. Sheer Delight races next. Interesting times ahead of Mojito. Then comes Provident. Captain Sparrow racing toward the back of the field. That's his usual position. Overtaken by Provident. And last of all, it is King Pie. They make their way down the far side. Sheer Delight in control of the speed. Leads up by some 3 lengths. Supremacy chasing in second under a tight wrap. Mojito the Grey now moves down into third as they leave the 5 and make their way to the half-mile marker. Interesting times ahead and Blue Vinyl team up in behind. Provident is 3 lengths in behind them. A gap to Captain Sparrow, and King Pie needs a miracle. They've left the half mile and run that turn for home. They're coming to the 7/16th, and Sheer Delight continues to maintain the advantage under Everett Clunis as they run away now toward the 3/8 pole. It is Sheer Delight. Supremacy now cutting into the lead. Mojito looks a danger. Interesting times ahead. Close enough if good enough. 4 lengths back to Blue Vinyl racing ahead of Provident. Then Captain Sparrow. Forget King Pie, but they're coming into the lane. And Sheer Delight drifts off a true line. Supremacy pouncing over on the rail. Watch the Grey Mojito now coming in between horses. Blue Vinyl is wound up against the rail. Interesting times ahead. Switched on the extreme outside. Supremacy battling to hold the lead inside the final furlong. Here is Blue Vinyl now with a testing run. Supremacy and Blue Vinyl in ahead. Bob there inside the final 16. Supremacy and Blue Vinyl battling. The bobbing heads toward the line. It's close. Could be Blue Vinyl over Supremacy. Then interesting times ahead. Also close between Sheer Delight and Mojito.
They're often racing. Crown Court misses it along with Independence Blue. Awesome Angel also missing it. That's Altair. They go past the 5, going to the 5, and it is Maverick on that lead. Maverick from Jaden's Choice. Have me waiting right there too. Civic Illusion is in the mix, right in the middle. That's WJ's goal, just on the outside of that one. That's Wagwan. Just behind them, Code Red comes next. Then we have a huge gap before we come to another Links, Catalina. Everything, Chris. Then comes the Independence Blue, Awesome Angel. Right at coming on to that's Crown Court. And also coming on, that's talented Boss Gallen racing at the back of the field. That's Altair. They're at the top of the lane. Maverick in front. Jaden's Choice trying to get to Maverick. Wagwan is also asking the question against the rail. It's Maverick in front. Jaden's Choice trying to get to Maverick, but Maverick leading them a merry chase coming to the half of furlong pole. It's Maverick in front trying to make it hold. It's Maverick trying to make it pillar to post, and Maverick, it's 4-4. Champion trainer Jason Lacosta, 3 for Robert Hardball Alidine. Maverick wins. Maverick beats Jaden's Choice. Then comes Wagwan, Code Red, and maybe WJ's Choice. WJ's Gold back in 5th.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from QuickGallopJaya.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.